and lending a hand. For the ones people count on. You can count on Grainger. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry. Backed by 24/7 customer support and specialists to help with hard-to-find products. Because you've got everyone's back. We've got yours. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. Microban 24 protects against Staphylococcus aureus and Enterobacter aerogenes bacteria, but does not provide 24-hour protection against viruses. Every time you touch a surface, you leave behind bacteria. Use Microban 24 sanitizing spray to keep surfaces sanitized all day. Spray on hard surfaces to kill 99.9% of bacteria and viruses initially, including the virus that causes COVID-19. Microban 24 keeps killing bacteria for 24 hours touch after touch. When used as directed, Microban 24, touch after touch, it doesn't give up.
Dell's semi-annual sale is the perfect opportunity for a significant business upgrade and save up to 45% on Dell computers for business with Windows 10 Pro. Plus, enjoy special pricing on Dell laptops, monitors, servers, and more, all with easy financing options through Dell Financial Services. Succeed anywhere with Windows 10 Pro. Speak to a Dell Technologies advisor today to find the right tech for your business with fast, free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Get that satisfying crunch. Now with 20% more honey. Try a delicious Nature Valley Oats Honey Crunch Bar with more of the honey you love.
Well, what a big day. The world's ending, and Rico has given me the professorial computer stand, which to me is the height of arrogance, but I'm borrowing it for a second. How is it arrogant? This thing's incredible. David, some of the ticket text as we talk Lions in the remaining minutes we have left in our lives. I can pull a few positives. I'm not going to make fun of them, but they are bar none one of the three worst teams in the world. All the challenge for them. And everybody thinks they're good players, but Rico is really 10 points. enjoy the thrill of victory on your very first bet. The King of Sportsbooks welcome you to Showtime with the lock of the year. All you gotta do is this: place a $10 moneyline wager on either the Ravens or Raiders tonight. If either team scores a touchdown, you win $200 in free bets, regardless of your bet's outcome. You know what you can do with that? You can put the money down on any college or pro games this season with $20 worth of free bets. Come on, just giving it away. Just use bonus code RICO200 when you make your first bet. Take advantage of this offer. Download the app or go to betmgm.com and use bonus code RICO200 to win $200 in free bets if either the Ravens or the Raiders score a touchdown. Nothing beats a W at BetMGM. This is a new customer offer. Paying in free bets. Visit betmgm.com for terms and conditions. You must be 21 or older. Michigan only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons. For people 45 plus at average risk. Have you screened for colon cancer?
Not yet.
Don't wait. It's more treatable when caught in early stages.
Tell me more.
Cologuard is non-invasive and it's used at home. It detects altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
92%?
Yep, even those in early stages.
This was seen in a clinical study with patients 50 and older. Any positive result should be followed by a diagnostic colonoscopy. False positive and negative results may occur. Cologuard is not a replacement for colonoscopy in high-risk patients. Do not use if you have had adenomas, have inflammatory bowel disease and certain hereditary syndromes, or a personal or family history of colon cancer.
Most insured patients pay $0. Ask your provider or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you. Or visit Cologuard.com. Two Men in a Trunk is the leader in all things moving. And now, junk removal service. So whether you're looking to simplify your next home or business move, or just need some help cleaning out the house or garage, go to twomeninatruck.com and get a quote today. Ladies, if you want the ticket, we'd like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text message. All right. listen, ain't no joke. Do what I can. The best part is nobody will just come out and say, well, you know, he's a really good kid. I don't give a I don't care. It's business. I don't care if you're Mother Teresa. It doesn't matter. Oh, he's such a good kid. He's terrible. He's number 3 overall pick in the draft. You know what he's supposed to look like? Number 5 on the Rams. You know who that is? Jalen Ramsey. A freakazoid. Mike, it takes corners a couple years to adjust to the league. No, it doesn't. He doesn't even have the basics of locating the football. He cannot. I wouldn't be surprised if his neck had bolts in it because he can't turn. It happened again yesterday. That ball was woefully underthrown, and you know. Now we're getting geeky, so hold on for the average guy in the stands who is 7 butt heavies deep. They brought a 7-man pressure. The back end knows the call. And as a defensive back, you know. Pressure front, ball's coming out. That's an added incentive. It's like Miss Cleo. Go me now! The ball's coming out. And he's still R2D2's it. He can't. He sucks. Oh, and now he's hurt, so I can't say that. Boulder Dash. He was terrible before getting hurt. No, it doesn't. He got hurt playing football. What am I supposed to do? Is this the play he got tossed around like a rag doll? Or is this another play? No, that's the play. Okay, that was pretty bad. Dude, ask anyone who's played defensive back. If there's a pressure call, your antenna's up, ball's coming out. He's in a different atmosphere. Chances are you're not going to get beat. I don't care. I wish him a speedy recovery and a new start somewhere else. Right now, he looks like one of the busts of the decade. He's your next safety. On a torn Achilles. I look forward to it. Let's go to DJ for something probably more uplifting. Hi, DJ.
Money Mike, what up, though?
What's up, man? I'm good.
Hey, I'm good. So, I had something positive out of it, believe it or not, man. Just the fact, you may or may not remember, I think you get 100 calls, but I called last week to give you an analogy about how Sewell's footwork at that right tackle spot and a basketball player, how switching your game can make you look awkward.
Yeah, the layup. Yeah, I remember that.
Exactly. When you seen him yesterday,
Fluid.
dog.
Yep.
I love it, man. Like, he was a straight up dog. In fact, keep in mind, he's 20 years old. He's a grown man strength and
DJ,
DJ,
that's my point, though, is I don't want to move him back to right tackle. If you're going to walk out on that field and play like that at left tackle, you know what, DJ? I'm just going to go ahead and leave him right there. Because if you start flip-flopping this dude around and he goes back to right tackle and looks bad, what the hell are we doing?
absolutely. So I agree with you. Like, if this roster wins 2 games, I'll be surprised.
Here's what I has. DJ, I will say this, and Rico knows. All jokes aside, no, I'm not saying we're not going to win Super Bowl. It's hard, and I mean this no smart. It's hard to suck that bad. It is. It's hard to go 1 in 16 or 2 in 15. Look, I mean, think about it. The Jets were the most god-awful team last year. If they won 5 football games, I'd be surprised. And they screwed themselves. That is correct. My point is, I think I don't want to see people get blinded by the faux comeback. I mean, guys, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but how is what they did yesterday any different than what they've done my 17 years in town? It's not. It was the stat pad for that was a statty pad for Mike. You don't watch the show, but it's funny because it reminded me 2.5 men. Okay, Charlie Sheen is gone. Ashton Kutcher comes in and replaces Charlie Sheen. It's the same show, but different. Same plot line. Everybody, all the other cast of characters remain the same. He went out there and he stat pad for that game. He gave you hope. He gave you if we just had this and this, we could have pulled this thing out, upset a Super Bowl contending team, and you're feeling better about yourself. You're not gonna. Okay, they play at Green Bay this week, then they play Baltimore. Green Bay sucks. No. Aaron Rodgers, okay, they score a touchdown. All right. Hey, when Jameis Winston outplays you, if they're looking over saying, man, if they're so bad, why is the spread currently sitting at Green Bay -11? Why on earth would they make that number bigger than the number against San Francisco after Green Bay got beat 38? Why would they do that? Hey, you had this great comeback. You're so big and strong. That's why. I'm just making a point to you. Hey, look, Aaron Rodgers looked terrible yesterday. Man, I tried to tell you, it's weird. Maybe an off-season away from the team and chasing waterfalls and hosting Jeopardy doesn't help you play football. Yeah, that came back to bite him because he looked like he was just not prepared at all. He was older than Brady, and Brady's like 7 years older. Brady is alien stuff. Yeah, I don't think that's Tom Brady anymore. All that avocado ice cream. I honestly think that. You think Brady has stolen someone's body and he wears it as a status? Yes. Wait, so Brady's actually a celebrity black? Yeah. Think about this. Tom Brady is doing ads for Subway, and they make fun of him in the ad saying, "But you don't eat bread." Oops. Like Steph Curry's like, "Why are you here? You don't even eat bread." It's like, oh, that's true. Right, and you can't really make an argument to the contrary. Hey, there's B for Admiral Nelson. Right. Rodgers got up there yesterday, and he looked like Sam Elliott. That was, look, but then again, Rodgers is leading his best life. He's out there drinking, gambling, and having fun. The bottom line is, there's always a weird vibe with the pack, but they have a credibility that I can say, hey, it's one game. You don't have it. I still feel like fans have a rude awakening if they think this team is somehow even going to be mildly better. It's that commercial with the old man with the dollar on the screen. Got you $1. And they went for it. We can win this thing. Actually, that's what we play for. I got you $1. Just kidding. Oh, wait, he's dead. So it's Martha doing it now. I love this $1. Honestly, that's what the boards do. That's what the Lions do to you. Still alive, right? Yes. I love Jim Cole. All right. Moran, Buick, GMC. The one decent thing with the pandemic, you can get more stuff done at home. Work from home's a thing. So's buying a car. MoranExpress.com. Find the deal. Find the vehicle. Get delivered. You never have to leave your house. As good as it gets, really. Very convenient. And they've made it a streamlined process. And now, look at the deals they offer. Right now, their incentive, 2021 Buick Encore, 24 months, $169 a month for GM employees and their immediate family. If you want to go to the dealer, that's fine. If you're a bit of a people person, see John and Riley Kujic on Telegram. Just Taylor, and get it done quick, get it done easy.
turning to Old Faithful to protect themselves during these difficult times. Real gold and silver from the Oxford Gold Group, the kind you can actually hold in your hands and have in your IRA. There is no better time than the present to protect your future and the future of your family. So call the Oxford Gold Group right now at 833-899-GOLD. They'll send you their free guide on investing in gold and silver and answer all of your questions. Protect your money before things get even worse out there. Call Oxford Gold today at 833-899-GOLD. Oxford is here to help you protect your savings and your retirement. Again, 833-899-GOLD.
The biggest game this Sunday is Chiefs versus Ravens, and FanDuel Sportsbook is about to make it even bigger because FanDuel is giving new customers 30-1 odds on either team to win. That means you can end the weekend right by winning $150 on a $5 bet. Here's the thing about FanDuel Sportsbook. Promotions like these are why people love FanDuel. It's number one rated sportsbook app in America. It's easy to use, safe and secure, and fast payouts. That's when you win. I mean, I'm talking about fast, matter of minutes. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's number one sportsbook. Just sign up using the promo code Doug this Sunday before the Chiefs take on the Ravens. You can win $150 on a $5 bet. Remember to use the promo code Doug so they know that I sent you. Exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Must be 21 or older and present in Michigan. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Let's wager in designated offer market. Maximum bonus $150. Restrictions
Their pieces, Marquise Brown has been dinged up. You know they have Mark Andrews, and they're starting some guy named Tyson Williams tonight at running back. I kind of just feel like the Ravens you thought you would be betting on are not the team arriving in Sin City today. I kind of think Raiders plus 4.5 is interesting. And I know Gruden's an idiot, and I don't like Derek Carr. I don't like anything about him.
It's down to 3.5 now.
Okay,
Does that change your opinion at all?
No, it only furthers it because something's going on. Earth, look, unless Action Network's numbers are way off, Kenny, you're talking about almost 70% of the cash is on the Ravens, and that number's coming down? No. I'll go with it. Give me the 3.5 then. I apologize. It was 4.5 when I kind of made my notes this morning. I apologize, guys. That only furthers my belief. Give me the Raiders.
I need you to be better. I need you to know the line.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're not going to make it to New York, doing it.
Just don't go Aubrey Pleasant on me.
Do your job.
I like the Raiders a little bit tonight.
I got two things. I'm going to go to the Monday night game. I got the Ravens. But you know me. I like to mix it up and add a little special
Some
sauce.
more deflating between this big presentation and picking the dog and then this cutscene. Yeah, I don't care about that.
Pretty good. I got the Ravens, but I also got the Ravens paired with a Darren Waller touchdown in the game at plus 300. So Ravens money line.
Okay, and Waller scores a TD.
Waller scores a TD plus 300 going to this year. I would also say this, if you're smart, before the week continues. If you get MSU plus 6.5 against Miami, I would lock that up now. The number originally started off at 8. It's now down to 6.5. At some places, it's 6.
If you want to really go back, the advanced line in the summer was Miami minus 17.5. Just for reference, it opened up at 8. It's down to 6.5 already. It blew through 7. Rico's probably onto something where if the right people are on it, you could see this thing approaching 4.5. Hey man, you know what? You're getting plus 200 on your money. You're getting 2-to-1 odds if you think State can win that game. So no, it's not. And you know what? I gave that advice last week. I said, look, I forget what game it was. You guys, that line's gonna move. It ended up moving 4 or 5 points. So MSU currently 6.5, and the money line's plus 200. I watched Miami App State. Physical. That's 2 weeks in a row Miami has been physically battered.
And App State's wide receivers look like the Lions wide receivers on that final drive. They dropped it.
And you know what? Look, I know I'm not allowed to say this because it's Michigan State and we never can say anything nice. We only have to do that with Ann Arbor. Peyton Thorne's a hell of a lot better than Chase Bryce. Peyton Thorne's a hell of a lot better than what App State put out there at QB. I don't know, man. I was not impressed by Miami's defense. And Manny Diaz is still doing his thing. He's bringing heat. Manny Diaz never changed. Dude just brings 7 every play. I don't know, man. Interesting. Kenny.
I like the Ravens here tonight as well, minus the 3.5. The numbers come down enough where I'm not terrified of it. Also, last year the Ravens were the 3rd best team against the spread in the entire league. So,
But is there any consideration that 4 offensive starters and arguably their best player on defense are not playing?
if it was
Lamar
the
Jackson
4.5,
playing,
Oh, you mean the dude who can't pass his way out of a paper bag?
Inactive, he could be their running backs.
Okay, I can't argue that.
if it was 4.5, yeah, I agree with you. But it went down a whole point within the span of this morning. Yeah, I like the Ravens minus 3.
All right.
I mean, the fact that he can become their running back if need be, I think they'll be okay. And it's the Raiders.
David, you are the spiritual counsel. Am I making an error here?
I'm not quite sure. Let me give you some numbers here. The underdogs against the spread in the late games were 3-1 and 7-2 in the early game. So that would lean towards what you're saying there with the underdog. I'm just not sure. I get the injuries with Baltimore. I just don't believe in what the Raiders have on defense.
But David, who has Tyson Williams?
I know.
Like, no Dobbins, no Gus Edwards. It would be the equivalent of the Lions trotting out no Williams, no Swift.
You're right.
And for a team that wants to pound the rock, I just think that's a problem.
I was leaning Baltimore. I'm still going to go Baltimore, but seeing these numbers kind of has me almost leaning the other way. I just don't.
Hey, listen, sometimes you just got to fly into the sun. And it doesn't mean you got to.
Well, you don't think he can pull an Elijah Mitchell and just kind of come out here from nowhere?
Can't Lamar make up a little bit of that difference on the
show with me last year. Like, you gotta bet some rats. What about the total? Kim, you're the total guy. You like the under at all?
I hate this total. I would go nowhere near it.
51 is a lot of points, man.
349.
That's on that as well.
That's
The
ridiculous.
The overs were 6 and 3 in the early games.
So freaking expensive.
All late games went under yesterday. So
I'll tell you this. I got no problem
So
if
shitty.
anyone wants to just take a night off. Look, I just lean. I'm not going to give you some big play here. I would consider Raiders an under. That's me. I can't do that, man. I tried the under, and I got burned. Listen, you just let me handle the college underdogs. I'll lean on you for stuff like this. I don't love this game. Hey, I'm telling you, Toledo can beat Notre Dame, Mike. You're drunk, you're crazy, and you know what? Clean up your act. And let's see. The Rockets. Almost good afternoon. Nick Kovacs is still running. All right, that is on the board. All right, so look, FanDuel wants me to talk about a game that's not happening for like a week. Chiefs, Ravens. How about we talk about Monday Night Football? All right, if you haven't signed up for FanDuel and you're new, you get up to $1,000 risk-free bet. Maybe you're like Rico, you're confident one way or the other. You like the Ravens, that's your business. I happen to think the underdog's interesting tonight. And yes, could wait for next Sunday, Chiefs, Ravens, and they're offering 30 to 1 on either team to win. $5 bet, do the math, $150. So, no matter what, if you haven't signed up for FanDuel yet, give it a spin. FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code TICKET. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code TICKET. 30 to 1 odds on this, $1,000 risk-free bet on that. Beep up, beep up, beep up, boop. They got promotions all the time. 21 and up, present Michigan. New users, $10 first deposit required, must wager designated offer market. Restrictions apply in the terms. Sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117. It's FanDuel, partner of the ticket.
It's September 2021. I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. With mortgage interest rates the lowest they've been all year, it's your second chance to refinance. Don't miss out. Call Hall Financial today to see if you qualify for our no appraisal 8-day close. Our commitment to speed and client service has earned us nearly 4,000 five-star reviews. Start your refinance today. Call 248-308-5000 or chat with us right now at callhallfirst.com.
Hall Financial, NMLS ID 1467435, Equal Housing Lender.
In business, it's never just another day. Every day is the day. They can bring your biggest order yet, or a new cyber threat. Whatever the day holds, with Comcast Business, you'll be prepared. With a network that can deliver gig speeds to the most businesses, a Comcast Business Security Edge to help protect your connected devices, and a dedicated team available 24/7. Every day in business is a big day. We'll keep you ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Get started with a fast and reliable internet and voice solutions for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Or ask about our best deal on a gig speed bundle with a $500 prepaid card. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com to learn more. Offer requires enrollment in paperless billing and auto pay through my account. Ends 9/19/21. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 35 megabits per second internet and one voice line. Early termination fee applies. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change.
Odyssey is your audio home for football. We've got more coverage than a flawless 4-3 defense. It's a full-on blitz of pre- and post-game coverage of your local team. You've got Jim Rome, Tiki and Tierney, and tons of national coverage with CBS Sports Radio, interviewing the biggest names in the NFL. Go deep with a locked-on podcast for your team. And stay out of the red zone. Be a better with tips and wagertainment from BetQL. Look, if it's football, it's on Odyssey. Download the app today.
Hey Detroit, it's Tanya Milan with exciting news. Our brand new facility in Emily City is finally complete. We're all moved in and we're open to the public. Come see us today at the all-new Milan Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in beautiful Emily City, or click MilanChrysler.com. This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Mike Shapiro of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
Rock songs that'll crank up the good times. Tailgate
afternoon, saying next man up, and also says that this is going to be a big loss.
I hate that for him. You know, he put in a lot of hard work. He really improved the time from spring till now. And look, I hate it for him first, and I hate it for us as a team because he was really, you know, he's really coming around.
Also, wide receiver Tyrell Williams going to be in the concussion protocol, and coach not making any promises about what he'll do with rookie Penei Sewell at left tackle when Taylor Decker comes back from the injury list. Tonight, Monday Night Football wrapping up Week 1. Ravens at Raiders from Las Vegas, Nevada. Baltimore favored by 4 for the matchup, which can be heard over on AM 1270 The Bet. And the Big Ten announcing some schedule changes, including a night game for Michigan State. They'll be under the lights at home against Nebraska on September 25th. Game time at 7 o'clock at Spartan Stadium for the matchup. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar. Of course, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Not as much as John Jansen does.
It's got to be outdoors.
The Food Network is proud to present John Jansen's American Men. John's traveling all over the U.S. to find the birthplaces of the all-American foods we love.
It's American cheese. I don't think there's any other way to make a grilled cheese sandwich. You have to have American cheese.
We're talking ranch dressing, hot dogs, potato salad, and of course, warm apple pie.
I don't know that I've ever heard anybody that hasn't had eggs.
No chow mein or calzones here, just pure American favorites smothered in mayonnaise.
There's only so much real estate in your belly, and I'd rather fill it with things that I like eating and that actually taste good.
This season, John is joined by special guests including Ted Nugent, Guy Fieri, Jim Harbaugh, and more.
The kids love it, and I think that's one thing that's unique about this show.
John Jansen's American Made. Coming soon to the Food Network. Check your local listings.
Boy, I tell you one thing, Roberto. You can add another thing to the list that Jansen loves. That high school playbook his football program's running.
Oh.
Yeah, taking football back to when men were men. 18. Oh, that was right up his...
Exactly what you're
justify it.
Speed and space, cutscene, football without black people, 1890. That playbook.
Dare.
It's a high school playbook.
Don't you dare.
How about Josh Gaddis on TV? Oh, just rubbing his head to call another dive play.
Right. Don't you dare.
Are you kidding me? No. You seriously, you became a service academy. You were Army, you were Navy, you were Air Force. You predictable. I think at one point it seemed like it was like 17 straight runs. Look, we'll do it on tomorrow's show, but I'll tell you this. If that's where Jim Harbaugh's taking that program, if that's his idea of where he's taking them, I'd be mortified as a Michigan fan. Mortified. Like, throw down the sideline. For the people that are under the age of 60, that was not a porpoise. That was Rico imitating Bob Uford. Sorry, I heard Jansen's merit. All right, let's get back in the lines. We can do Michigan tomorrow. You never have to apologize for a win. You never have to give it back. And your ground game, your O-line looks good. Guys, what are we doing? Your quarterback's throwing for about 100 yards in 2 games. Oh, Mike, I can tell you that. I ain't got to wait for tomorrow. They're saving the playbook. No team saves the playbook. Okay, that's a lie. You know what? Thank you. That is the biggest myth, because if you were saving playbooks, where are all these plays you break out against the Buckeyes? I haven't seen them. You may have a play, right, or two. What drives me nuts is this, all right? It's such intellectual dishonesty. You mean to tell me it's one of two things. Either Michigan is so supremely confident that Cade McNamara is going to be this weaponized nuke, or they're terrified that they don't have a quarterback. Because either way, you played a Washington team that is awful, and you did your job. No one's taking that from you. But you chose willfully to simply not even find out if you have a quarterback. I don't want to hear about, the ground game was working. What are we supposed to do? Michigan State's running for 300 yards a game and passing for 300. You're supposed to do what you need to do to find out what your players, wait for it, can do.
Jim Harbaugh said some people prefer to travel via the air, some via the ground. When asked about his offensive balance and identity, George Patton was able to get the job done on the ground. Neil Armstrong through the air.
You know what? He's perfect for them. And he's perfect for you as a fan base. Because you're in a cult. No one is saying we wanted air raid. No one is saying you need 400 or 500 yards passing. No one's arguing. All I'm saying is when you go out and call 15 straight running plays, you're not doing a service to your players. You're not doing a service to the wide receivers. You're not doing a service to Cade McNamara. You have taken the first 2 weeks of the season and played dead opponents and chosen to not develop your quarterback. Hey, I'll tell you what, you do you. But if Mel Tucker were doing the same thing, I'd be pissed. Because guess what I wouldn't know going into Miami? I wouldn't know if Peyton Thorne's any good. But unlike you guys, Peyton Thorne's going out and throwing for 270 a game. Oh, and we're running the ball for 300 again. Are we playing anyone? No, we are not.
So what do you think the conversation was after the game when King quarterback Dante Moore is sitting there like, so who? He's like the top 10 passer in 2002.
Really good.
He's really good. He's like top 10
He's a big
in the nation.
recruit?
Yeah. Detroit King, big-time quarterback recruit.
Just crossed him off my list.
I mean, what do you say to him? Like, so did you guys not like the passing play?
No, the type of offense Michigan is running, this is how you complete the circle. David, you ready?
Yes.
The type of quarterback you need to run what Harbaugh's running right now is Denard Robinson. This is the circle of life. You're right back to Rich Rod. This is what Rich Rod wanted to do. Where's Pat White and Steve Slayton?
No, you're right.
You're right. I'm being serious with you. Now listen, I think Cade McNamara can be all right. But if this staff's not going to give him a chance to show that, what's the point? Yeah, it's great. Okay, fine. You're going to go out and run it 50 times against Northern Illinois. No one's denying. Their whole line looks good. Now, mind you, you played it largely a two-man front this week, and you played the worst defense in the MAC. I don't know, man. Pardon me if I think it's going to look different when you play Wisconsin. I lose Ronnie Bell. I want to immediately get
my next number one receiver.
60, 70, 80 reps to my receivers in passing situations over the next 3 games of Northern Illinois, Rutgers, and Washington. Why would I sit there and punt on developing my skill people? Oh, I know. So you can feed the meth-addicted masses a patent quote. Well, for the rest of us adults, that doesn't work.
And what happens in the process is what you all talked about, I think last week and the week before, that now you create the masses asking for JJ. Because they're believing they don't trust the quarterback and he can throw it up the field, so put in JJ.
Well, right, and guess what? I got news for you. If I'm a quarterback, if I'm JJ McCarthy sitting on that team, I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell did I sign up for? 58 runs and they're going to let me throw 6 passes? I may as well go in the Air Force. Now look, clearly that won't be the ratio. But you know what it reeks of? It reeks that you don't have a long-term plan. It's like your coach is just eating hand-to-mouth.
Mike, this is the long-term plan.
No,
He knows.
No.
He knows my job is on the line,
I got to do something. We've often said Michigan offense doesn't have an identity. Harbaugh just gave it an identity. He came out at the beginning of the year and said, we're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball, and we're going to run the ball. He is going back to the 80s and 90s. That's your identity. If you're going to fire me, you're going to fire me because I'm going to do what I do best. And that's running the ball with a fullback and a tight end and all of this stuff.
So if he takes this and turns this into Stanford, minus Andrew Luck, and the fact that football has had 12 years of evolution, are you comfortable with the program going there? Because I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be at all.
So as a fan, how am I supposed to be confident when a team that has defense like Wisconsin, Penn State, that my passing game can make the difference in that game? Because they're going to stop the run. They are. I have no confidence that we can pass the ball in situations. Not even on play action right now.
Dude, and no one's saying you should have thrown it 40 times against Washington.
No.
No one's asking for it.
No.
But when you're running 7 in a row, 9 in a row, 11 in a row, there has to be a play action pass in there because now it's time to see, can my quarterback execute what I'm doing? I have a working lead. I have Washington tired up front. Washington looked to have quit. You have to do it. It's just, it was insane to me. And by the way, you didn't really let Cade McNamara do anything in game 1.
Now, after Ronnie Bell went down, that was it. We're just going to go ahead and pull the plug on the passing game. When JJ threw the one long throw for the touchdown, we're done here.
I just want to see what else well, if I'm a fan, I say we. Like, Ronnie Bell's not there. I got to see what we have.
Mike,
I just found it to be
the Army quarterback throws for more passing yards than the Michigan quarterback, which he damn near double.
Because I wanted to watch Western Kentucky a little bit because State plays him in a few weeks with the Fighting Zappies, Bradley Zappi. Yeah, Army threw for 70 yards, you threw for 44. How's it acceptable? No, I'm not going to do the company line. All right? I don't take my orders from Shendak Paul. Oh, just be happy with it. Oh. Guys, you can have both. You can run the ball with massive efficiency, and you can also pass it with great efficiency. Like MSU's averaging like 270 in the air and 290 on the ground. I'm not sitting here doing cartwheels because I don't know who we've played. But my point is, Cade McNamara is 14th out of 14 quarterbacks in the Big Ten. And it was already a shaky situation based on how many people and how much talent is sitting behind him. What are you doing? These are the games to develop him. And again, he could have thrown 20 passes, highly efficient, couple of big plays, boop, bop, beep, bop, boop. Hey, feel good about it. Who benefits from running 16 times in a row? It's not your quarterback.
The two running backs look great.
But there's no doubt about Corum and Haskins. They're excellent. I can't believe